Good morning. And good morning. All right, you guys. Before we get started on the warm-up, I just want to go over what we're going to be doing this class period. All right? Okay. So we are going to be reading two articles about the introduction and the elimination of a species on an ecosystem, okay? And then your exit ticket is going to be asking you which one has more of an impact, the elimination of a species or the introduction of a species, okay? So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to pull pieces of textual evidence, stuff out of your articles, and you're going to formulate your opinion. So you're going to come up with an opinion based on what you've read and decide which one has more of an impact. All right? So you guys go ahead and get started on your warm-up. And then we'll go over it in just a sec. In your science notebook, we're going to do it in your science notebook. All right? We've got two questions. What does elimination mean? And what does introduction mean? The audience. All right. I think we're ready to go over some of our answers. So, what does elimination mean to one of you? Emily, what does it mean?
It means to eliminate or take out.
To eliminate or take out. Does anybody else have a little bit different definition? Jordan, what does it mean to eliminate?
Extinction, maybe?
Extinction, maybe? All right. Does anybody know what introduction means? Zach, what does introduction mean?
Basically, showing or putting something in a different place where it originally wasn't.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Anybody want to give me an explanation what introduction might mean? Jordan?
Introducing a new animal to a new environment.
All right. So you took what we went over and added it to the meeting. So yes, we are going to talk about how the introduction, so we're going to introduce a species that is not native to that ecosystem. All right? And then we're going to talk about the elimination. So we're going to take out a native species and see how it affects the ecosystem. So before we get going, I just want to make sure that you guys have a full understanding of how to use the Venn diagram as well. Okay? So you guys all have your Venn diagram sheets? And I've got the little example up here. It's the same one you guys have. All right? And it says the introduction and elimination. What does that mean when we're looking at this Venn diagram? What would you use those spots for? Somebody give me, yes.
We'll use the outer circles as the difference.
Okay. And then what would we use that inner piece for where it says both? Caleb.
For the same thing. Like
How they're the same thing. Okay, so let's talk about, let's just try to use two things that we kind of know, and we'll be able to do a real quick, we'll be able to play with this real quick. So how are basketball and football the same, and how are they different? Nathan.
They're the same by going against opposing teams.
So they both have opposing teams. Okay, how are they different? Ooh, in football you can kick it. So we're going to say elimination is football. You can kick the ball.